Oh my God.
Tuesday, September 27th, 2016.
Oh my God.
Wilnisha Sutton jumped out of her car in downtown El Cajon and started recording.
God. Jesus Christ.
She got to the Broadway Village strip mall minutes after police shot 38-year-old Alfred Olango. Olango's sister was one of the first people Sutton saw.
I call you guys to come and help my brother, not to come and shoot him in front of me, okay?
Using her cell phone, Sutton started recording accounts of witnesses.
And then I saw him go pow, 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 5 shots. And next thing you know, I got closer and I saw the young man on the floor. He was dead.
Nothing.
I felt compelled, like I have to report live what's going on. I don't want to wait for the news and the media to come up with their own narrative. I'm going to go and give the people the truth.
In fact, truth is the moniker Sutton uses when performing. The 30-year-old San Diegan is a singer, mother, and proud activist.
Activism to me means to be free and vocal about what you believe in and to stand up for those that don't have a voice.
You saw what happened, bro?
1 year ago, Sutton says she was in that parking lot to stand up for Olango, a man she didn't know. It didn't take long for others to join her.
When I got there, it probably was like 10 people there. An hour later, it was like 100.
The crowd moved to outside the El Cajon Police Department, not knowing at the time if Olango had survived.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Medical personnel pronounced Olango dead at the hospital, and by Wednesday, the gathering had swelled.
Revolution, nothing less!
A lot of the people that lived in that area were more so spectators and not really getting involved in the movement. But it didn't matter. It was just amazing to see people out there and to see the people that did come out there, because it was people from every color, every religion, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever been a part of.
The assembly turned into demonstrations, at times spilling into the streets.
No justice, no peace! No racist police!
Sutton soon found herself leading the call.
Say his name! Alfred Olango! Say his name! Alfred Olango!
By Thursday night, law enforcement took a stronger stance.
I think the third night is the night they tear gassed us and pepper sprayed us and shot pepper bullets at us.
El Cajon police said demonstrators blocked traffic, broke windows, and assaulted officers. Police arrested 5 protesters.
My mom was scared. My siblings would call me every night like, you need to go home. I'm like, I'm not going home.
Why are you shooting at this man?
That's just me. If I'm in something, I'm in it full-fledged.
Y'all sworn in to serve and protect.
By Friday, September 30th, El Cajon Police Chief Jeff Davis called a press conference.
This is Mr. Olango.
To announce county law enforcement unanimously agreed to break protocol and release the footage of the shooting.
That was the intention of releasing this video. We really emphasize our desire for peace and calm.
A people united will never be defeated.
In the days that followed, the protests spread.
No justice! No peace! No racist police!
That Saturday, demonstrators marched downtown to San Diego Police Headquarters.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
By Sunday, Truth was back in El Cajon. She captured this cell phone recording. Law enforcement surrounded the parking lot memorial, near where Olango was killed days before. They wore helmets and were armed with batons. Authorities had declared it an unlawful gathering. Police arrested 14 people, most who they say refused to disperse.
I felt betrayed. Like, I felt hurt, and I felt very discouraged at the state of the way the police came out.
Still, Sutton returned to El Cajon night after night, even as the crowd shrank and the news cameras went away.
It was discouraging. It was very discouraging.
The remaining resistors dubbed the parking lot Olango Village, where Sutton says she stayed for 50-plus trying days.
I lost myself in that. I was very depressed afterwards, very. Whew, it made me emotional even talking about it.
A year later, there's no sign of Olango Village or any indication of what happened there.
If you want to stand right here, you can stand right here.
Wilnisha Truth Sutton says she's still not satisfied with the explanation for the shooting offered by police, but says the day she spent in El Cajon made her more aware more loving, and more prepared to fight for communities of color.
You can't just kill people and expect for us not to stand up for our rights.